Let's go. I wake up to a little bit of drool on my pillow, feel like it's gonna be a bad day. I'm tired of shit.
Hello friends and my lovely viewers, welcome back to the channel of Prettiness. Today we will take a closer look at the Shoten clan. This champion belonged to the warrior class. And don't you think the animation are just awesome? They legit look like samurais or assassins. At first I actually thought they belonged to the assassins class. But anyways, let us start today's video by checking out the skills of our female Shoten. So in her active skill, she will quickly slash the enemies in a fan-shaped area in front, dealing a total of 750% damage, before jumping up and spinning down, which caused them to fly airborne and take 400% more damage. If the enemies are sealed, there will be an extra 15% damage dealt of the enemy's maximum health. The champion's active skill cooldown will also be reduced by 35%. The female basically starts off by dealing a bunch of damage, and if the enemies are sealed, they would take additional damage and have the cooldown of the active skill reduced. Now that sounds so far so good to me, in my opinion. I'm guessing that either of the passive or ultimate skill will tell us more about the sealed effect. There may be something more to it, so yeah. That being said, let us move on the passive skill next. Talking about Smite of the Nether Knight. After we use her active or ultimate skill, the weapon will become enchanted. This enchantment causes the champion's damage dealt within the next 6 seconds to become true damage with a 40% lifesteal effect. The duration is also stackable. It honestly sounds like this passive skill can stay active forever. 6 seconds is quite a long time, and I like to mention, the duration is even stackable. Imagine every time we use either the active or ultimate skill, the 6 second duration would be added on top of the leftover seconds. As long as she has enough energy to use her skill consistently, the passive may stay active for a long time, and I would say it is worth it. True damage with a 40% lifesteal effect sounds like a good deal. Now it's time to see her ultimate skill. This one is called Grip of the Dead. So what she is doing, she will summon a demonic hand from underneath the target, which deals 750% damage to nearby enemies and seals their abilities for 6 seconds. So this is where the seal effect is introduced to us. During the 6 seconds long sealed effect, the enemies affected can only launch normal attacks. They cannot gain energy and they take 35% more damage. If a sealed enemy is killed, the seal will move to another random enemy nearby and last for 2 seconds. The seals cannot be removed and the duration is once again stackable. Now it sounds kinda cool, not gonna lie. She does deal a decent amount of damage. But I personally think the seal effect is what makes this ultimate skill of hers truly great. It literally handicaps the affected enemies, making them unable to use normal attacks. Also, they're unable to gain energy, and on the top of that, they will be taking about 35% more damage than usual. The seal also acts like a parasite by moving on the next enemy target after the current host dies. It would only last for 2 seconds after moving, but that is still a useful detail to us. With that being said, in my opinion, I think she has some very promising skill. She mainly deals damage and debuffs the enemies. The passive skill is actually what impresses me the most, because if it's built correctly and the description is accurate, then the skill may be very beneficial on the battlefield. But of course, the active and ultimate skill also serves a great purpose. I would say the active focuses more on damage dealing, while the ultimate is more of a debuffing skill. Anyways, what do you think about the female Shoten so far? Feel free to let us know your thoughts in the comment section below. Alright, moving on the male Shoten now. In his active skill, he will summon a huge mask in front of the bowls out an evil aura. And this evil aura deals 600% damage in total to enemies in a fan-shaped area ahead and also debuffs their attack speed by 40% for 6 seconds. Meanwhile, the champion will gain a shield equal to 250% of strength that lasts 6 seconds upon each skill hit. Well, this skill starts off great, but I must say the ending is kind of vague. The champion will gain a shield equal to 250% of strength, but whose strength is it? On that note, is it our male Shoten's strength or the enemy's? Like, I personally feel like it should be our champion's strength, but I cannot conclude on anything with 100% certainty if there are loopholes, etc. Anyways, he will deal 600% damage in total and reduce the affected enemy's attack speed by 40% for 6 seconds. While this is going on, he also creates a shield according to someone's strength. It will last for 6 seconds for each skill hit. This skill looks alright though, even though it is a little bit vague, I would say it is decent enough. Now time for the passive skill of his Armor of the Nether Knight. The champion gains 1 stack of Demon Armor for each shield received. This increases the strength by 10% and fortitude by 10% for 10 seconds. And its take-ups to 4 times. At 4 stacks, the champion will deal damage equals to 12% of maximum health once to the nearby enemies. It capitalizes at 2000% of strength though. The effect has an 8 seconds cooldown. Okay, so for each shield received, we will gain 1 stack of Demon Armor. The strength and fortitude gets buffed by 10% each for 10 seconds. I love the part that we can stack up to 4 times though. This means that if our champion gains 2 stacks of Demon Armor, the buff effect would add up twice, and same goes for the third and 4 times. Additionally, we have 4 stacks and champion will deal damage equals to 12 to the maximum health once the nearby enemies. So it seems interesting and all, but I don't know if I'm too impressed with it. It is great to increase the offense and defense though. Like, I don't know, but if it is good after all. It does stack, you know. I will keep it in mind as we move on to his final and ultimate skill. It is called Shadow of the Nethermoon. Here, the male Shoten will quickly charge behind the furthest enemy, dealing 400% damage to all enemies along the way, and leaving a shadow at the start. Our male champion and the shadow will at the same time launch 3 words auras in each other's direction. Our male Shoten's first and second blow each deals 350% damages of his strength. The third blow deals a massive 500% damage of his strength. His shadow on the other hand deals 70% damage of strength in all 3 blows of his. This attack strikes the enemies along the way. The third sword aura, aka the 500% attack I mentioned, also inflicts fear for 2.5 seconds. And while the entire skill is being cast, our champion is immune to control effects. And each time a sword aura is unleashed, our male Shoten gains a shield equals to 300% of strength and lasts 6 seconds. Damn, this ultimate of his was longer than I expected. I hope it made sense even though it's quite unorganized and complicated in a way. I must admit I see a lots of great potential here. This must be the most interesting skill I have gone through today. And there's a lot of damage dealing going on here, a shadow assisting him and multiple attacks. I think the only thing I do not like about the skill is the vague, unprecise description. We're just not being told whose strength the damage dealt is based on. And I don't know if this is a new way of Bloodline to shorten this skill description, or if it's an honest mistake or something else. But I just hope it doesn't impact our champion in a negative way, since he does look very promising like I have mentioned. Now, what do you think about the champion? Would you summon for him in the future if you got the gems? Or would you rather prefer the female over him? Well, I believe the female is quite interesting as well, since she does have a very cool passive skill. I'd rather like to see how her lifestyle effect impacts the battlefield. But also, actually, I would personally rather try summoning for the male this time. This is just my very own opinion according to what I find myself interesting and which champion I would like to explore and experiment on. It doesn't mean the male is superior or anything. Anyways, that's all for today's video. I hope it gave you a very valuable information. If you enjoyed the content, feel free to tap on the like and subscribe button. You may also leave a comment below if you have any questions or if you want to share your opinion about this clan with us. So thanks for watching, thanks for being with us, and I will see you all in the next one. Till then, take care, stay foxy, and bye-bye.